This is definitely a different feel on the streetbob 114 today. Out looking like I might switch over to the Harley gang and out giving this a little test drive. I've never ever ridden a Harley before in my life, so this has got to be one of the most awkward feelings. But what's funny is, like, the rev match on this? Oh shit. What's funny about this is that I am almost more nervous riding this than I am my souped up Cowie that'll do 190 plus miles an hour. It's very torquey, very different feel. Pretty fun though. So, just looking for something that's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more cruisy. The thing I love about the Cowie is that it's fast, but that's also the thing that makes me a little iffy about it, because then all I want to do is go fast on it. So I don't know, we'll see. But I figured I'd take the camera along and make a little video while we're out. So this is a 2022 streetbob. It's a 114, I believe. I can't really give y'all much more information other than that, because I am not really akin to the Harley world, so this is all new territory for me. And what I really don't know is, like, do you rev match? Ooh, kicking up into that second gear will get you. Well, and the thing is too is about this is, like, there's so much torque on this bike. Like, even though I'm on a dyno tuned, you know, flashed, full titanium exhaust, air filter, my bike does not have a lot of low end power. So, like, people with 600s will actually get me off the line. Now, granted, once we hit about 40 or 50 miles an hour, I mean, forget it, I'm gone. But yeah, this has got a lot of torque on it, something I'm not really used to. What I do like is it's actually got a fuel gauge. Now granted, I've gone over this in another video of mine where technically the ZX10 has a fuel gauge. It's kind of makeshift, it's not like dedicated as a fuel gauge, but you can use it as one to kind of figure out how much gas you've used. But this actually has like a dial-in bar. Got your digital speedo. It does have a gear indicator, which is good. It doesn't have RPM, so this is truly one of those feel bikes. Man, this is just such a different experience. Woo! Oh yeah, she'll get up and go. It's like a mind messes with you a little bit, because I'm used to, like, diving into the corners. This is just so different. But we'll see, I don't know. I've not really sure if it's, you know, if I really want to cross over into the Harley world. Everybody's gonna be like, well, just get both bikes. Well, not have takes a little bit of money to do that. Now granted, my Cowie's paid off, but you know, I could get this with just basically selling my other bike and wouldn't have to wouldn't be out any money necessarily. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful Father's Day weekend, and you know, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. God, this is just so weird. Like, walking into the dealership, I felt so out of place because I pulled up on my Cowie, and I swear some of them dudes outside were just staring me down like, are you lost, brother? Just totally different. But I don't know, this just feels so so crazy to me, dude. Okay, so you can rev match. Alright, so the indicators are on this side. Interesting. Everything's just so different. Yep. Yeah, there's your rear brake. I press it a little bit more than what I'm used to. The adventure. The turning on this is so different. Oh, it's funny. Wow. This is just such a different riding experience. It's got some get up to her, that's for sure. What's weird for me is not having the tachometer, or you know, you can't tell where your RPMs are at. That's just really kind of bizarre to me. Especially like if you're gonna rev match. See, the thing is on the Gen 6 Cowies, you know, it's got an auto blipper. So it'll rev match for you on the downshifts. Now granted, I came from a Gixxer 600, and obviously that didn't have a quick shift auto blip system, so luckily I learned to ride on a bike that didn't have a quick shifter. And I would actually say for anybody looking to get a sport bike, get one without a quick shifter, because you will, I just feel like the way you learn to ride is totally different than if you have one that has a quick shifting system on it. I just feel like, you know, if you're ever going to switch bikes or you're out or something like that, it's good to know how to manually ride the bike instead of just relying on all the, you know, the technology that comes on these things nowadays. But yeah, not knowing where my RPMs are at is a little funky for me for as far as like downshifting and upshifting. So you really just kind of got to go purely off of hearing, which Harley, I mean, this is totally different. Now one thing I'm wondering though is my feet are kind of straight up and down, right? And this is gonna sound kind of funny because again, coming from a sport bike where your like knees are bent, I almost would rather have it to where like your feet are out. And I don't know if you can do that on this or not. This particular model, probably not. And I think at that point, that's when you have to start getting into like the big bikes, street glides, road glides, things like that. And I ain't quite there yet. That's it's like driving a damn boat. Very different feel. It's a pretty bike though. I like the gray. Yeah, because actually my Suzuki, the Gixxer 600 I had before my Cowie, was actually it was a 2017, so it was the matte black with like the red R. And I always loved the matte black bikes. And actually even on my Cowie, it's a 22, the other ones they had was the matte black with the red instead of the KRT edition, which has got all the green and stuff, your, you know, traditional Cowie. And I was actually going to get that one, but they didn't have it at the time. Now granted, I love my green one, don't get me wrong. And in some instances I'm kind of glad that this ended up being what I was able to get, because just, you know, the traditional Cowie green is kind of cool. That it is nice coming to a stoplight and just being able to plant both feet. Now the other thing too about this, I think I looked it up online, this particular bike's got a 3.5 gallon tank. This is pretty good. It's basically the size of like your 600 cc's. That's usually the size of the tank you'll see on those. But my ZX10 has a 4.5 gallon tank. So that's one of the things too that I'm trying to consider is like riding distance. That extra gallon makes a pretty big difference when it comes to bikes. And getting a feel for the shifting, because I have been spoiled by that quick shifter. That's all I gotta say. There's just something about being able to hold the throttle open and just go up, 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 up. And even with the auto blip, I mean, even just being able to click that thing down at a moment's notice is just a totally different experience. But this is just so cool. This is fun. I feel like I'm on a go-kart. I don't know how else to describe it. Like a bicycle with wheels, which probably sounds pretty silly to say, but like, I don't know, just the crotch rock is just totally different. And the thing too that I love my Ninja, but it's like the thing will do 190 plus miles an hour. And if you guys haven't seen a video for that, I could put the link below. The thing will do a $190 on demand. And I know personally I have a bit of an adrenaline problem, and having a bike that'll do 190 plus miles an hour on demand is it's tempting, is the way I'll put it, especially if you just like to go fast and ride that kind of ride. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely have to learn. It's like learning to ride all over again. It's the best way I can put it. Totally different. She'll get up and go. Well, we are coming back from the test ride. I will chop this up and edit it later. It does not like to rev match. I don't know, or I'm just not hitting the gears good enough. That's probably what it is. But yeah, catch you guys on the next one.